All right, let's see if we can connect with All Ages Gaming. And name's Brody. The tentative plan is to watch some atheist stuff. So let's see here.
Hey, Owen.
Hey, how's it going? Can you hear me?
Good.
Okay?
How you doing?
Doing well. All right, awesome. So we can hear each other.
Yeah, we're good. And let's just hope. Yep, screen share is working fine. What's interesting is that original video, Tom Brown. Yesterday evening I watched a lot of his videos, and honestly, I think he'd be pretty good to cover on the channel. He's a pastor for a church. I'm not gonna say the church just right out aloud. Just
Okay.
But
Who is it?
it's public.
Is it one of the people in like the compilation that you sent me, or?
It's the first video, the one that's atheism
Oh,
is
okay.
dumb. That's Tom Brown, and he is one of those Trump-obsessed pastors. He calls Trump a modern-day Samson.
Interesting. I had not heard that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'll link
Okay.
his channel. He would honestly be very interesting for you to cover. I'll put the channel in our DM here.
All right, that works. I'll have to take a look at that.
Oh, he's a bishop, not a pastor. Okay.
For the audience, it looks like we've got okay, the first video is called Atheism is Dumb by Tom Brown. The second one I put in here is actually a Jordan Peterson video. Yeah, and then the third video I've got in this compilation is
The Dangers of Atheism.
Yeah, The Dangers of Atheism by the Barack Lurie Show, I think.
No
Never
idea.
heard of that one, but anyway, that one's in here, so we will get there. Do you want to start with the first one, Atheism is Dumb?
Yeah, try playing it for just 2 seconds. I want to see if the audio is sharing or not.
Atheism is the
Okay, I
dumbest
can't hear it. You have to share your audio. There's a little... No, when you're sharing your screen, there's a little tick box that says share audio.
Okay, give me a second here.
And while you're doing that, I should also mention Tom Brown is against separation of church and state. Government does not have the right to close down churches.
Jesus, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah,
for some reason, I'm not seeing that tick box. I'm seeing.
Oh, they must have got rid of that then.
Change Windows, stop streaming. There must be a way to share audio, right? There must be.
What
use would it be to share screen without share audio? That's very weird.
Well, how about we just start it from 0, and then we'll both be listening to it together, and I'll just watch it on my own tab.
All right, that'll work. I was really hoping there was a way to do it, though.
There used to be. All you had to do was just all you had to do before was just hit a little tick box, but I guess they updated it. So
that's a shame. That's really a shame. I wish that there was some way to do that. But all right, well, I guess we can do it that way. We'll start from 0, and we'll start it in 3. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, play.
Atheism is the dumbest philosophy to ever face humanity.
All right, just pause it right now. Let's just throw it out right there that atheism is not a philosophy. It's an answer to one question.
Right?
We're already 5 seconds in, and he's already completely wrong on what atheism is.
I know.
Just continue this. You'll see how unhinged he gets about this.
It's just a straw man. And by the by, give me 1 second, actually, because somebody says share the window, not the screen, and that may actually allow me to share the audio too. So give me 1 second here, actually, and we can add time to the other end. So give me just a second here. Change windows. All right, I'm going to stop streaming.
Yep.
And then I'm going to share screen, share applications.
Should play as Dark Samus on Smash Ultimate Bacon. That's my main.
Right? I love Smash. Okay, so can you
hear it? Why is it stupid? Well, number 1...
I can't. It doesn't matter. Let's do what we were doing before.
That's a shame. Okay, that works. So I'm starting at 8 seconds exactly. Ready?
Yeah, go.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, play.
All right.
Number 1, it makes no common sense. We all know that the universe had an origin. There was a time when there was nothing. And we all know it's not possible.
Yeah,
it's not possible for nothing to create something. Then who created God? I hear that argument all the time, and it's so easily just wiped out by that. Whenever they say nothing can't create something, but everything has a creator, God has to have a creator. They can't answer that. That's the thing.
That's true, and not only that, but this is this is obviously a Christian trying to prove Christianity. It doesn't prove the Christian God. At best, it would prove some alien species. At best, but
yeah, it's he's a bishop, evangelical bishop. So
right. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
To create something. So where did the first elements of the universe come into existence? Well, in order for that to happen, you have to have someone outside the universe make it.
All right, just pause it there.
Okay.
So if you have certain elements outside the universe, there has to be someone outside the universe making it. Owen, do you understand what he's even trying to say here? I have no idea what he's even trying to get at with this.
Well, interestingly enough, there is no concept of outside the universe or before time or before the universe. Like, people don't really... it's hard to conceptualize, I get it, but they tend to try to go with intuitive answers with this stuff when intuition goes right out the window when you're dealing with the Big Bang and the universe and stuff. You know, you have to rely heavily on mathematics. All right.
I'm honestly not even sure what he's trying to get at, though. It makes no sense.
Yeah,
to me
it doesn't. It really doesn't. It makes no sense scientifically, mathematically, or logically. But it doesn't matter. What matters is that he is appealing to his core audience who hate atheists, basically. That's what matters.
Oh, you know these people hate atheists. I mean, we all know that. All right, let's continue then.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Common sense. But the second reason why
That's
atheism is dumb and stupid and foolish is that it's bankrupt morally. Even atheists admit that there is
It's
moral
bankrupt
universe.
morally. Okay, what is he trying to get at it? Again, I'm going to question what he's even trying to make a point of. It's a bankrupt morally? What does that even mean?
Yeah, Christians like to claim that they have some kind of a moral superiority because there's like a moral objectivity to the Bible. There really isn't. Like you can you can get anything you want morally out of the Bible. You can just
and then contradict it in the next chapter.
Yep, pretty much. But you know, none of that matters. They build their morality. And then they find verses to justify that morality. That's how this always works. But anyway.
And then sometimes even the less extreme sects can just completely reject that with another verse in the Bible.
Right. And they often do. There is a Christian group out there that contradicts the morality of any other Christian group out there. Like there's so much diversity of thought of what the Bible meant or what it says or whatever else, you know.
All right, before we start, I actually want to ask, is it possible that we could just debunk Tom Brown for the next two videos instead of those other ones?
Sure, yeah, just send them on over to me in the chat and I can pull them up.
All right, yeah, the next one after this is him just, there's one about him trying to question trans people with God, which God. I think that would be an interesting one to debunk.
All right, especially in light of the fact that we're about to enter Pride Month, so that one will be good too.
Yeah, I just sent that in the DM, so.
Alrighty, perfect. Do you want to finish this one?
Yeah, let's finish this. So whenever you're ready, just count down.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
That there's a sense of what's right and wrong. So atheists have to try to grapple with where do we get our sense of ethics and morals. So in the end, without God, then atheists begin to change those moral fabrics.
From our mind, you don't need a Bible to get ethics and morals. He thinks, even if you were to talk to some other religious person, like if you were to talk to, just say, a Jewish person, I don't know how serious he might take someone saying that they got their morality from the Torah, or if he's just trying to make a point, it's for the Bible only.
Right.
What are your thoughts on that?
That's interesting, actually. I hadn't thought about that. I mean, the Quran has some moral ideas to it, too. The Torah, the Quran, the Bible. Ultimately, all of the morality that we have largely came from our parents. It's a cultural, generational type of thing. And every culture throughout history has had some moral, what's the word I'm looking for here? Foundations. Yeah, moral foundations. Yeah. And, not all of them were based on the Bible. The Bible really is not a moral foundation. It really isn't in any way.
Yeah, you're right. You want to start again?
Yep. 3, 2, 1, go.
But atheists, They adopt a morality based on natural evolution, that only the strong survive. Only the strong rule the weak. Only the smart conquer.
That's only true if you view evolution as a religious ideology. It is not.
Yeah.
It's
not,
just a foundational scientific, thing, like a framework or whatever.
Yeah.
It's not a basis for morality.
Yeah.
I just don't even know anymore.
This guy is not making sense in the actual slightest.
I know. It's Tom Brown. I'm gonna have to look into this dude more for real.
Yeah, I've DM'd Jimmy Snow about it. I think I might have DM'd you about it once, and you just never saw it, and Jimmy never saw it. But Tom Brown, you could go into him as you could cover him as frequently as you can. Right. Like Greg Locke or Kent Christmas or anything. He uploads pretty much every day on his YouTube channel. Tom Brown.
Interesting. So. Are they long form or short form usually? Are they like?
They're usually about 3 to 4 minutes.
Okay, man.
But he does have some sermons
uploaded.
But he has some sermons uploaded.
Okay, I'll have to take a look at that later on. All right, let's.
He's got another video like atheism has no common sense. There's that one about Trump is where is that one? I forget what I said. Trump is Samson. So one of those.
Oh yeah, that's right. Trump is Samson. You mentioned, yeah.
Yeah, Trump is Samson.
Absolutely nutty, dude.
He also makes the claim children raised in church do better. Oh yeah, here it is. Trump is a modern day Samson. I'll just DM this one to you as well. We can watch it after the can people change their gender one. All right. We can start it. Go ahead.
Crazy. Okay. Starting at 109. 3, 2, 1, go.
So what happens is in the end, unborn babies that are weak and unprotected.
Here we go.
Slaves that could not fight for themselves. Minorities that could not defend themselves. It's too bad because in atheism, in the end, it's only the strong that should survive. So everyone else is weak.
No. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? It's not like once again, he's comparing atheism to a philosophy that only the strong survive. I think what he's trying to say is he's trying to kind of intermingle atheism and evolution, which, pretty much all atheists will be believing in evolution because they're not going to be creationists. But I think he's just trying to intermingle those two, and he's kind of going off on evolution in this part and not actually atheism.
Right. Yeah, they tend to do that. They conflate atheism and evolution and abiogenesis. They tend to mix it all together, which tells me they don't understand how it works, like any of it, in the first place.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, let's keep listening. 3, 2, 1, go.
Should all die and go by themselves, And so we have atheism that is weak morally. And the few times that a country decided to implement atheism as its official philosophy, it all turned into communism.
See, this is, pause again. This is what I'm talking about. The guy views it as an ideology, as a religion. And actually what he was talking about is survival of the fittest. That's what
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, he was saying that rather than, he was saying the strongest survive rather than survival of the fittest. Fittest doesn't mean strongest necessarily.
Yeah.
Fittest means, a number of different things. The smartest, the quickest. I mean, there are all kinds of different definitions. And it isn't a hard and fast rule. It really is being treated as an ideology rather than a scientific fact. That's the problem here.
Doesn't this guy just seem like be a blast to cover a lot?
Yeah,
honestly?
He does. I should definitely cover him.
Oh, yeah, it's great. He has a ton of videos. You'll be set. And another thing I was going to mention is he's once again conflating atheism with communism.
Right.
Now, he's technically not wrong. Albania made their official religion, if you will, even though it's not a religion, atheism, back in the 80s. And I actually do have a personal friend who escaped from Albania a while ago, so from a communist state. So though that did happen, it is completely ridiculous to conflate atheism with communism and put them in together, because that's just not true at all.
Right. I think a lot of that came from the Red Scare in the 70s, 80s, when the USSR was like nationally communist and they, and atheist, and the US was trying to fight the commies, so they started inserting "In God We Trust" in everything. in the Pledge of Allegiance under God, on the money and all of that other stuff. That didn't happen until like the 50s to the 80s, basically. And
and
God, what's the word I'm looking for? The religious capitalists were fighting the godless commies, basically, in the 80s.
What's also interesting is in Russia, it's a crime to incite hate on religion. So
really,
now it's completely changed. Yeah.
Didn't know. That's crazy.
All right, whenever you're ready.
Okay, I'm 147. 3, 2, 1, go.
Look at the Soviet Union and look at China. Communism is the natural outgrowth of atheism. Because with atheism, there is no freedom. Because to an atheist...
Okay, hang on 1 second. He said...
There is no freedom.
Right.
Okay, let's be fair. How many religions there are at least take some control of your life?
Right.
Atheism has the most freedom because you're not bound to what's ever in your book or whatever your God says, or if you're like a kid, what your parents say.
Yeah, that's
so if
true.
your parents might say, "Oh, you can't do whatever because we're Mormons or whatever," do you call that freedom, Tom Brown? I don't think so.
Yeah, that he excludes that. He pretends that the restrictions religion puts on you are for your own good. You're still perfectly free. But the mind control religion lays down on you doesn't count, of course. Hang on, let me.
I also love how he's making all these. I love how he's making all these claims and just saying them and not giving any example. He's just saying atheism is dumb, it's morally bankrupt, it's communist, and can't list a single example of this.
Yeah, well, he knows his audience. He knows his audience will care about, what he has to say in this context. Hang on, let me step back like 5 seconds and listen.
What timestamp are you on?
I'm gonna start at 150 real fast.
Gotcha.
And I'm just gonna.
And I have enough.
One more time.
I have enough points for next week. Would you be down to debunk more of Tom Brown next week?
Yeah, possibly.
I'll just redeem the points right now. Check the chat.
Go ahead and redeem the points, and we can plan for it. I have some other people that want to work with me also, so we'll work it out. We'll work out when we can.
Yeah, I'm up to debunk Tom Brown again, and I was so happy because I found him probably about a year ago, and I reached it because I've been watching you for a couple years now, and I've been watching Jimmy for a little bit longer, and tried to reach out to some atheist content creators to debunk this guy. No one got back, so I'm going to take this chance to just give you a massive recommendation for Tom Brown.
All right, that works.
He's just hilarious.
I don't think I've ever heard of him. I don't know how I missed that. I'm on Twitter pretty often. If people tweet at me, then I usually
I'm
see
honestly really surprised because I last night I probably for 3 hours I watched his videos, and I knew I was going to suggest it as soon as I came on air with you. So
that's crazy. I have no idea how I missed it. But anyway, yeah, let's start
150?
back at 150. Yep. 3, 2, 1, go.
Communism is the natural outgrowth of atheism. Because with atheism, there is no freedom. Because
Right, okay. That's what I wanted to touch on. Communism is the natural outgrowth of atheism. Not necessarily. It just seems that way because there was the Red Scare. He's still stuck in a Red Scare mindset. Communism and atheism are not one and the same, especially not with atheists in the United States.
Exactly.
Communism nearly doesn't touch our lives in the U.S. like at all. Communism is completely absent from the United States, but that doesn't matter, right? I'm trying to apply logic to an illogical person and situation.
Exactly, yeah. And I think it's just interesting because, most atheists are going to be liberals or at least in the left. And the fact that he's just saying it's going to lead to communism, like, I'm an extremely strong atheist and I'm in the Green Party. So I'm far from communism. So it's...
Yeah, everybody in the U.S. is far from communism. Like, even the communists are not, like, fully... not like the communists in other countries, it's just totally different here because our lives have been so completely like taken over by this capitalistic culture and everything else. But anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Starting from 159.
Sure.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
They're the smart ones, and they should rule the dumb ones. So there's an elitist mentality.
Just pause real quick. Elitist mentality, they want to rule the dumb ones. How much you want to bet this guy's a Christian nationalist?
Right. Oh, absolutely.
Hypocrisy. Yeah, the hypocrisy. They want to rule the dumb ones. They have an elitist mentality. That's exactly what Christian nationalists want to do. That's exactly what they want to do. They call
Absolutely.
the atheists the dumb ones. They call the non-extremist religious sects the dumb ones, and then they call any other non-Christian the dumb ones. So in this, we all know this guy's most likely a Christian nationalist.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. That's the kind of thing I've come to expect from people like this. Unfortunately, I think Christian nationalism is getting more widespread in the country.
Absolutely.
Although religiosity is dropping, extremism is jumping at the moment. It's crazy.
Yeah, I just pinned his channel to our DM just so you could take a look at it. By the way.
Okay, perfect. I will. I'll do that.
Let's start whenever you're ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
That forms within atheism. It's an arrogant philosophy. It's a philosophy where people don't have freedom because people are too stupid to exercise that freedom. And to an atheist, they must tell the society how they must live and what they must believe.
Pause that. That is hilarious. That is hilarious.
I was about to pause it anyways for my
That
own
is
reasons.
hilarious. The atheist tells society how to act. He's doing the whole... I guarantee you he does the my religion says you can't do this, so you can't do it. I guarantee you he lives on that. I mean, he obviously hates trans people, so...
Oh, yeah, we'll get there. But the problem here is that he wants to create the moral foundation for the country. Honestly, the country shouldn't be determining what the moral foundation is. It should just protect people's rights, and that's it. But he wants to insert his moral values in atheists. Well, I can't speak for all atheists, but I can speak for myself. I have no interest in enforcing moral values on the country. None. I just want to protect people's rights. That's it. That's the difference. But he doesn't seem to get that, you know.
All right, you want to continue?
Yep. 224. 3, 2, 1, go.
Believe in. And so in atheism, when it is practiced, we have seen terrible outcomes. I'm here to tell you the truth. If you're an atheist, you have adopted one of the dumbest and foolish philosophies known to the human race.
Once again, calling it a philosophy.
Right.
Does he even know what a philosophy is? Like, I could describe it. I'm going to pull up the official definition of philosophy. A philosophy, according to the Oxford Dictionary, the study of a fundamental nature of knowledge, reality, and existence, especially when considered as an academic discipline. So this is far from a philosophy.
I'm honestly surprised you didn't call it a religion like Kent Hovind does.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I know Kent Hovind's called that a religion. Did he allude to evolution being a religion earlier? He might have.
He may have. I didn't even notice, but Kent Hovind straight up calls it one anyway.
Yeah.
So, like, Christian nationalists tend to conflate... I mean, even if he didn't actually call it a religion, evolution, or atheism or whatever else, he's acting like it is, one way or another. He's treating it like it's a religion, or like he believes it is, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
We continue here?
Yep, 240. 3, 2, 1, go.
And maybe that's why there's only 4% that even claim that to be atheists. Because...
let me pause it. That's not actually accurate. Self-described atheists, last I checked, was 6%. However,
that's what I thought.
The none category, people who profess to be no religion at all, has been jumping dramatically. It used to be 27%. I think it's up to 40% or something in the U.S. So, yeah, does not... The fact that he gave us was not only false, but doesn't represent reality in any way, honestly.
Also, how many of those 40% do you think are just either closeted atheists or just don't want to say it?
Oh, absolutely. That's why
I want to say at least 10%.
Counts.
At least 10% of that.
Yeah, I would say so. People who just don't accept it at all.
Yeah,
all right,
absolutely.
Starting at 246, 3, 2, 1, go.
As the Bible says, a fool has said in his heart, there is no God. It is foolish to embrace atheism.
All right. It's foolish to embrace atheism, so I guess we're fools, Owen.
Yeah, I used to actually. There's some old videos, like 4 or 5 years old or something, like old videos where I quote the Bible as saying there is no God, just to make a point about quote mining, you know? And I quote that verse. It's pretty funny. But interesting. That was an interesting clip. All right, let's see. The next one you wanted to watch
the trans one or
the
the Trump one? Which one would you rather watch?
Well, that's a hard decision. Well, I guess in the honor of Pride Month, why don't we watch it? Well, here, let me look at how long they are. 3:05.
They're both like just a few minutes long each.
All right, let's watch the Trump one because it's shorter and we will have a good chance of getting to the end of that one.
Is Trump really a modern-day Samson?
I figure we can, hang on. I figure we can probably go to like 12:35 because it took us a few minutes to actually get into it. So.
All right. Yeah, this is only less than 2 minutes long, the Trump one. So.
Right. Okay.
This guy is just hilarious. I've even looked, and no other YouTuber has debunked this guy.
That is
crazy. And made videos
I have no
on
idea
him.
How that happened? How he slipped under our radar.
Well, that's why I've always tried to get into like content creation for atheists, but I never got into it, or else I would have. This guy would have been. I don't really know.
You should get into it. It's pretty interesting. Talking for a living is a skill, and it seems like you're pretty good at it. So you should give it a shot. Just create a YouTube video and see how it goes.
I might.
You should. You should. All right. I'm at 0-0 on the Trump one. Let's give this a shot. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Is Trump really a modern-day Samson? I was reading the story about Samson, and I realized how much Samson and Donald Trump have in common. Let's start off with their hair. Samson had this long hair.
Their hair! He's trying to compare people because of their hair? Are we seriously going here?
And Samson's, the source of his strength was his hair, right? I don't think that's the case with Trump.
Trump only has half a hair. He just combs it over from the back.
I know, it's terrible. But
someone commented. Surus made a video on Tom Brown. Okay.
Oh, did he? Sir Sick also tackled him, apparently. I didn't realize that. I guess people have been covering him a lot. Also, people don't know who the guest is. Colby250, who is your guest? This is Brody, a.k.a. AllAgesGaming, right? Do you want to tell us about yourself? Do you have a channel or anything you want to plug?
Yeah, I just speedrun Mario Kart 64 over on Twitch. I'm an avid speedrunner, top 100 player.
That's cool. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I have held a single world record in the game.
You have held one?
Yeah, on Sherbetland Shortcut. I held it for about like an hour and a half until it got broken, but I'm still happy with that one.
That's pretty cool. All right, let's continue listening. We're at 12 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go.
Have teased Trump about his hair, haven't they? Also, Samson vowed not to drink any wine, and Trump says he has never drunk.
How legit is that? Is Trump? I have never seen a video of him drinking, so maybe that's true.
Yeah, I think that's true, and the reason that he doesn't drink ever at all is because I think his brother died in a drunk driving accident when he was younger or something like that. So he refuses to drink anything at all ever, which, you know, that's good. I mean, I think that's honorable or whatever, but the dude is a monster in every other part of his life.
Yeah, I'll whisper to you, Shapeshifter. I'll put my channel in your whispers.
Also, I think it's really weird how people keep comparing Trump to, like, Bible characters. They keep comparing him to Jesus, to Cyrus, to Moses, now to Samson. It's just weird, dude. Anyway, I'm ready if you are.
Yeah, just give me 1 sec.
Oh, no problem. Actually, I'm going to go grab some more Kofifi real quick. 1 second. Hang on. My Kofifi finished brewing. Hang on.
I DM'd you on the Twitch Whispers Shapeshifter, my Twitch channel link. Yeah, I don't know what's up with all these
backsies. Oh god, I'm gonna knock my green screen over.
Oh boy, don't.
Okay, we're good. Alright, ready to continue?
Yeah.
Alright, sweet. Starting at 22 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Oop.
Beer, anything like that. Similar to Samson. Another thing about Samson, he loved to get revenge on people who attacked him. You see a lot of revenge and
wait, pause for a sec. Is he citing the insurrection? Wait, no, this was uploaded in 2019, so this was way before the insurrection.
It was, but Trump's always like getting revenge on people, you know. Vindictive piece of garbage. But yeah, that makes sense that that's the quality he would latch onto. He's basically trying to rehabilitate Trump's reputation. Yeah, he likes to take revenge. So did Bible characters. It's righteous. It's righteous revenge. It's ridiculous.
Oh, I'm loving this guy just debunking it with you, Owen. This is awesome.
I know, it's pretty interesting for sure. Okay,
All
starting
right,
at 34.
Yep.
Okay,
yeah,
3, 2, 1, play.
On Samson's part against any of his enemies. And let's be honest, Trump does not put up with any personal attack. He will attack people just like Samson did. Another thing, Samson had a weakness for women. If there's one weakness that Trump has, it's obviously about women.
Yeah, he's been married 3 times. Of course he has a weakness towards
dude.
women.
This guy is seriously picking out all of the bad qualities about Trump and saying Bible characters had these qualities too, and we should respect him for them. That is ridiculous on so many levels.
This is funny because he says he has a weakness to women, and he's not wrong because Trump's been divorced twice. So
is it
maybe
only
even
twice?
A third time.
He also
he's
had
been
to pay
married
off a porn star.
He's been married to Ivana and Marla Maples, and now he's married to Melania. So
that's right. Okay, so this is marriage number 3. That makes sense.
Yeah, this is marriage, but I'm assuming there's going to be a 4th one sometime down the road.
Possibly that could be. All right.
All right, let's start it.
3, 2, 1, go.
So we see that in him. But what was one of Samson's greatest triumphs? He took a jawbone of a donkey and killed 1,000 Philistines. It was against insurmountable odds he was able to defeat them. And a jawbone of a donkey speaks of the mouth. With Trump.
Oh, here, let me pause it. The donkey.
Okay, it sounds like this guy's predicting COVID with all the people that died under Trump's presidency because of his ignorance. And he's like, is he predicting the insurrection in COVID?
I think the donkey represents Democrats because that's
what I was thinking, yeah.
Yeah, the sign of the Democrats or whatever. So, yeah, I think he is doing like, what do you call it? Like, I don't know, a prophecy. He's doing like a prophecy type of thing here, it seems to me. And genuinely comparing it to the, that's ridiculous, dude.
And I probably watched 30 of his videos last night. And if you don't mind, after we're done with this, I can send you some of his videos if you wanted to cover those. Yeah,
send them on over.
Especially considering tomorrow's the first day of Pride Month, that video about trans people I think would be good to cover.
Yeah, for sure. So, I'm looking for another video to do on Sunday, so who knows?
Yeah, I will just send a bunch of his videos your way that I watched last night.
That works.
All right, you ready to start?
Yep, 110. 3, 2, 1, go.
Trump's words, he was able to knock off all the Republican nominees and take the nominee for the Republican Party. And with his words, he was able to knock off Hillary Clinton. Interestingly, the symbol of the Democrat is the donkey.
Here we go, another one of those. Yep, we knew that was coming. I just love whenever, I forget, there was another pastor you covered. Oh, Johnny Enlow. I don't know how I forgot him. Johnny Enlow, he's like Johnny Enlow. He'll find any sort of coincidence towards anything. And like the Super Bowl prediction, that was the funniest. I showed that to so many people, and we were just laughing our heads off. There was, anytime there's any sort of coincidence or a similarity, he's like Johnny Enlow. Yep. They'll put it right towards Trump. How the score of the football game predicted that Trump will get 2 terms. The 4-5. It's even 45.
I know. My favorite from that dude was the Kofifi thing, because he said it's actually a chemical formula: cobalt, iron. Yep. It's just, come on, dude, come on, pull it together, man. Come back to reality with us. Anyway.
Yeah, this guy, he may not seem as bad as the other ones, or I don't know how you're thinking, but once you see some more of his videos, then you'll really see how unhinged he gets super unhinged in a lot of his videos, including just the few that we've looked at together here. So
right, yeah, it's crazy. All right, starting at 127. 3, 2, 1, go.
Interesting. Samson took the jawbone of a donkey and knocked off his enemies. And I find such an incredible coincidence. And in the end, people counted Samson out.
Yep.
He became a slave. There we go again. He was defeated temporarily, only for God to give him one last moment of victory. And I believe prophetically that will happen with Trump too.
I bet you do. Wow, that was the end. That is absolutely unhinged, dude. Absolutely unhinged.
I knew you would love this guy, Owen. These
people are so disconnected. He is a lot like Johnny Enlow. I find it weird that he isn't like that he doesn't go on like Elijah List or whatever else. It's really
he could definitely be on Elijah List. He's someone who could definitely be on Elijah List. So I think this guy is located in Texas because there's a
Hmm.
lot of videos where he's wearing a Texas Rangers jersey.
Okay,
Just for
interesting.
some and in that one video, Atheism is I actually think the name is in that video, like the name of his church, if I can find it. Yeah, so I actually want to see where this.
Let's see, Tom
Let's
Brown
see.
or Pastor Tom Brown.
Okay, there's another Word of Life church in Westmoreland, PA. Let me see if
Weirdly,
I can
when I
find one.
typed in Pastor Tom Brown in Google search, it said tortilla soup. It finished it for tortilla soup. God, I wonder if that was like an absolutely insane video of his or something.
Oh, trust me, I have nothing to do after this, so I'll go watch some more of his videos and then
Okay,
send them your way.
that works.
I'll
All right.
definitely try to look for like anytime he's being transphobic or stuff since Pride Month's
Yeah, be
tomorrow, and
useful.
I'll send you those and I'll send you the most unhinged things from him. It's just funny.
That works. All right. Well, I'll
And
tell you what. I guess I'll get off of here then. It's about that
yeah.
time. It's been fun, but yeah, we can do this again pretty soon for sure.
I redeemed my things, so yeah.
All right, perfect. Well, I will talk to you later on. I appreciate it, and have a good day. I'll see you in the chat maybe.
All right, we'll see you.
All right, later.